In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can make a Google Ads campaign for plumbers, which we did for our client here who recently started working with us, and we have got his cost per click down to around $7, which is the equivalent of 77 Norwegian kronas. And the first thing you will need to do is, you can actually open a new tab with the Google Ads account, and you can click on go to tools here down in the left panel and click on keyword planner, because we will use this later. And then we can go back over here to our campaigns, and we can make a new campaign. Click on new campaign. So the first thing you will get here is a lot of different options. I like to go with the create a campaign without a goals guidance, because Google will actually limit the amount of options you get down the line in the campaigns setup. If you click anything else, if you do want to click anything else, please go with the leads. That's what you want. And for the type of campaign, when it is plumbing, we do want a search campaign, because people, when they want a plumber job, they search on Google. They don't see the ad on YouTube and be like, yeah, maybe I need a plumber today. No, they search on Google. That's why we want this search campaign type. And this is really important. Do make sure that you have your conversion tracking on point to see how many people you are actually converting through your Google Ads, or else you won't know how much money you are getting for what you're spending. Click continue. I will show you this in another tutorial, but it's a bit of work, so it will not be for the scope of this tutorial. Continue again, and then you can call this just a plumber tutorial YouTube. There we go. Continue and start new. So for the bidding, we will actually set this later, edit this after the campaign is set up, because Google actually don't want you to do the cost per click, which is the type of bidding that we want to do. So just click next for now. I will show you this later. And then you want to not have either Google Search Partners Network or Google Display Network checked, because we only want to show our ads on the search network where people search for Google Ads. Google try to make you pay more money through displaying your ads on whatever YouTube and other partners of Google. We do not want that. Then you need to enter your location, and please click the enter another location and use advanced search. This is really important. Let's say we, for example, want to go for plumbing jobs in Memphis, if that's where we're located. You can click on include, and you see here Google already has like a predefined area of Memphis. The thing is, what I like to do is actually not use that, but click on the show all areas, and then you can go in here and you can click the areas in Memphis that you want to make your campaign visible on, or your ads visible for. So you can click on all these different areas that you want. The reason I do this rather than doing the whole city is that you can actually analyze more precisely where your leads are coming from, and where you know how well you're converting in the different areas, as well as how much they're paying per client, and so on. That's why I'm doing that. You can also do a radius if you don't want to use these types of location limits. You can, for example, say that within a 6-mile radius of your business, which is located in Woodstock, this is where you want your Google search ads to be shown. I'll just turn on my camera again. There we go. Click save once you're done. As I said, I would do all the locations, but it takes a bit of time. So for now, I'll just show you the radius. Moving forward, you want to have it in English, of course. The audience segments, you can change this. there is no need to. You don't actually, it's not the biggest advantage to have this, but you can do it down the line, but make sure to keep it in observation, not in targeting. Broad match keywords can be set off, and in more settings, there's one setting that's really important, and that is ad schedule. Typically for plumbing businesses, they're open Mondays to Fridays from 8 to or 9 to 5, let's say. So we can use this here. If you are open all day, all night, or every day and all day, you can make this however you like it. And the nice thing about this is that you can actually set campaigns to run on different times. So you can have one campaign for the weekend and one campaign for overnight if you do overnight work. So you can have different search keywords you target for overnight work. Next up, here you can put in your website URL if you have a website. You should have a website. If you don't, there is no little reason to run these Google search ads the way I do it, at least. If you do have a website, you can put it in here and you can get the Google keyword assistant to get you some search keywords. Right now I will skip it because I will use the keyword planner, which I showed you earlier. So in here, we can enter the keywords that we want to. So coming over here to the keyword planner, first you need to select an account. I've blurred the account that I am using for this because that is a client. And then you can add the keywords that you, or the types of services that you want to rank for, the types of services you want to get jobs for. For plumbers, it's typically either you can go for broad plumbing services, like all different kinds of services as one ad group, or you can go for different types of services. Let's say you can have one ad group for something to do with drainage and one to do with water heaters and etc. So you can make different ad groups for those, and you can then have specific inputs for example, how much you're willing to spend per keyword for water heaters. If you're earning more on that than the other types of services, then you can bid higher for those, for example. But for now, we're just doing that's how I like to do it. But for now, we're just doing a broad match for plumber services. Plumber and plumbing. I just need to get over to the US so I don't get plumbing services for Norway. That would not have too many searches, as the Norwegian word for plumbing is not anywhere close to plumber. And let's do USA, include that, save, and then we can get the results. Okay, let's see here. So you have different words that have many thousand searches. Plumbers near me is always a good one. As you can see, has 1 million searches. Plumber near me, and you can copy this over. Water heater replacement. As I said, you can have this in a separate campaign if you do want one campaign for water heaters, water heater repair. Search a lot for. We have a long list of different keywords for different types of campaigns for plumbers. So we already have, which we can just plug and play, and for different types of areas. This was for Memphis, I do believe. So you really want to have plumber Memphis in here, and Memphis plumber, for example, and so on. And the ad group can then be called plumber Memphis, if I can write properly. There we go. And the thing with keywords is that they have 3 different phrase types. So you can either have a broad match, or match types, I meant. You can either have a broad match like this. This will rank for anything including those 3 words. So you rank for a lot of really words that are not specific to plumbing at all. So you never want to leave your searches as broad match keywords. If you put on these ones in the start and end of the keyword, you will get a phrase match keyword, which basically is not an exact match, but it will only match the words that have these words in that order. And then you have the exact match in the end that will only match the search that has this exact key or these exact keywords in that order. And we will like to use phrase match for everything. That is typically what we see the best results with. But the thing is, you can actually do a bulk change or edit on these keywords after we have set up the campaign. So for now, go ahead and put in all the keywords that you would like. Moving on, we can make the ad. Okay, so the final URL, let's just call this plumber.com. That's put in your URL, of course. This is just a little dummy campaign, and you can say this is not the actual, this doesn't actually, this is just the display path, not the actual path to where people will end up through the URL. You can just say plumber. We already have plumber in the URL. You can say Memphis, for example. Doesn't really matter, just to explain to people what the URL is or where they are headed. Then you can add the phone number. Let's add a new number here. Let's call it, let's do the example number like this. Boom, save. And let me just turn on my camera again. Just keeps on turning off. There you go. And apply that there. This is super important to have the phone number in the campaign or in the ad. There we go. Okay. Because people would like to get hold of the plumber as fast as possible, they can do this either through going through your website or just calling, which is even faster. Okay, and then we have some headlines. I will not bore you with all the headlines. We also have a long list of headlines that we use for our plumber clients. Google have some different recommendations here that you can use. So you can use headlines like best plumber Memphis, and you can use local plumber Memphis, and you can use all plumbing services. Again, we have like a long list which have good data and what actually works the most, but I don't have it on the top of my head right now, and so forth. I think you need 4, so let's just do find your local plumber. It's Google recommended. Okay, for the descriptions, same here. We have a long list of descriptions that works really well. For now, just the important thing about the descriptions is that people actually don't read the descriptions most of the time, but the descriptions are important that they are long, because then your ad will be bigger and should cover more of the screen, basically. So let's just say use this. This is almost filling all of the 90 characters you can use, and let's use this one. Okay, that should be a bit longer, but let's do call us today. There we go. And you can do more. Google advises you to do more. Let's just turn my camera again. My God. There we go. Images are good to add. Business name and logos is something you need to connect to or get access to by showing that you're actually your company. So we cannot do that now. Site links are important. There are three types of site links that are the most important. It is prices, and you need the URL to this. So let's just say plumber.com/prices. Just say where in your website you have the prices. Prices are really important because people often click that when they search for plumbing businesses. My camera went again. Looks like it wants me to take a break. Let's just finish up here. Prices, services is a good one. Again, you want plumber.com/services. And then you can have, for example, not for example, you should have service areas. Again, this is something people would like to know when they are searching for their plumbers. Plumber.com/service areas. There we go. And we can click on create. Okay, now we're done with the ads. There are more assets you can put in here. For example, callouts are important. We do have callouts on the account level. These are Norwegian callouts, so you won't understand them. But you can have callouts like saying like closing at 10 p.m., open now, plumber, etc. Just small descriptions that will be put at the end of the description, making the description or the ad even longer, taking up more of the screen. You can have different lead forms, etc. We have that on our website typically. Once you're done, you can click done. And again, you can click next. Here we just want to set it custom to 0 because we don't want to be charged anything at the moment, or 1, so Google are happy. Okay, Google have some recommendations for responsive search ads. Most of the time you can just disregard those. Google just want you to spend more money on their platform. That's their goal, which is why I show you the real way to get most for your money, not for Google to make most money themselves. You can click on publish campaign, and once we have published the campaign, there are a couple of things we need to do. Your ads will go live after review, yes. And then they want you to set up Google tags, which is really important. I can show that in another video, but that is basically handling conversions. So once you're done, you can click on your campaign. Let's select the campaign, which was Plumber Tutorial YouTube. And in here, you can see how it is going. It is currently through a policy review. It says it will take 1 to 2 days. Typically only takes an hour or two, so don't worry. And then you can click on campaigns. And in here, you want to go to settings. So here is how we can change the bidding from a maximize conversions. You click on change bid strategy, and you can click or select a bid strategy directly. Not recommended. Google doesn't recommend it because they don't want you to, because it's the absolute best way. Click on manual CPC. And then you can change your budget. Hold on a second. Save those changes. Important. And then you can change your budget here, or you can also change your budget here whenever you like to change it. Now the last thing you need to do is go over to the ad groups. Click on the Plumber Memphis, and here we can make all these keywords phrase match search keywords, not broad match. Click on edit, change match types, change all match types from broad match to phrase match. Click apply, And as you can see now, hold on a second. There we go. There we are done. So that's it. If you want us to do this for you, please click the link in the description. We are happy to do so. We also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you found this tutorial helpful, and make sure to let me know what kind of other videos you want to see on Google Ads. We have a lot of data, so we know what works. Okay, see you in the next one.